What's up, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Now, before I spin off into the subject matter of this video, I want to give a little shout out to a certain someone in the comment section of my last video. The last video had to do with Mark Hamill and Sarah Silverman telling some really poor, in bad taste jokes about abortion. And Sarah Silverman was talking about like eating fetuses and chopping up baby parts and all that stuff. And for the most part, most people who came in and commented about it, you know, they pretty much perceived it as the disgusting display that it was. But we had this one guy who came in that I didn't want to let go unnoticed. I just want you to know that I saw you, buddy, and I want to give you the attention that you so desperately crave. So let me address this, and I'm trying to keep this on an even keel and everything because it's very quiet around here, and that's how it is when you're recording in an apartment situation. You know what I mean? It's like you want to try to be courteous of the upstairs neighbors, even though I have to listen to their foolishness a lot. You know what I mean? It's like that's just not the kind of person I am. And of course the downstairs neighbor and stuff like that. So I try to keep it, you know, I keep the tap dancing to a minimum. So anyway, this guy, and I am going to call you, you know, so I can protect your identity and everything like that. I am going to call you, let's say R. Kelly. Okay. Now, like I said, the video that he's commenting on was Mark Hamill. I forget how I entitled it or whatever, but Mark Hamill was being used by comedians to make really bad jokes about abortion and using his Jedi wand to perform abortions. Some of you saw that, but because YouTube is jerking me around, a lot of you didn't. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this one of these days. YouTube, you ain't shit for this. You've been jerking me around for months, ever since I got monetized, but we'll deal with that. But anyway, you're here, I'm here. That's all that's important. So let us proceed. R. Kelly says, in response to the video that I made, he says, "There's nothing wrong with gay or transgender people." He says there's nothing wrong with gay or trans people being in Star Wars as long as they are original characters. R. Kelly, where in my video did I say there was something wrong with gay or trans people? How is this relevant? Even if you're not saying that I said it, how is this relevant? Why would you come into the comment section and leave a random comment that has nothing to do with the presentation that I made? I'm going to consider that strike one, because you made it your business to come in and kind of imply somehow that I am anti-gay or anti-trans when I didn't specifically state that, and that's not the subject matter of the video. By the way, guys, every now and then I have people who come into the comment section and they wonder, Mark, what's an NPC? And, you know, the non-playable character, which is the NPC, is something that pops up every time, you know, a SJW feels like there's something that offends them and they need to say something, so they say the same old tired talking points. You know what I mean? So we call them non-playable characters. You know what? You think Grand Theft Auto, you know, magnificent game, open world game, where you're running around and every now and then you'll bump into and interact with pedestrians on the street or whatever. Sometimes you can throw them a beat down and take their money, and they'll say some shit to you, but it's always what they're programmed to say. Like there's never, you can't really have a back and forth with them. They're programmed for a very specific, limited amount of things that they will say to you. So this is where the term NPC, non-playable characters, come from, because you can't play these characters. They're just there to randomly interact with you, and they always say the same old crap. You know what I mean? So it's tragic that human beings can be considered NPCs, but I give you R. Kelly here as an example of a classic NPC. So he decides he wants to say out of nowhere, there's nothing wrong with gay or trans people being in Star Wars as long as they are original characters. Okay, that has nothing to do with anything, strike one. He goes on to say, there is absolutely nothing wrong with abortion. It's the law of the land. There is absolutely nothing wrong with abortion. It's the law of the land. I did not make my feelings about abortion known in this video. I have my feelings. Yes, I am anti-abortion, but I won't be carrying a child anytime soon. So there's only so much I can do as far as whether I have an abortion or not have an abortion. The woman, of course, we know it's the woman's body, so it's her choice. So you don't see me on video beating a drum saying what someone else can do with or without their body. So once again, you're throwing a random comment out there that had nothing to do with the video. You're talking about the law of the land. You know what else is the law of the land, R. Kelly? What else is the law of the land is that you can't use baby parts or discarded baby parts for stem cell research. Okay, now that's actually the law that triggered Sarah Silverman. If you had cleaned the wax buildup out of your ears, you would have heard that part when I was reading the article, R. Kelly. But no, because you're an NPC, you just saw the opportunity to jump in there and make your little point that goes counter to nothing that was in that video. So, once again, there you go. Strike two, R. Kelly, strike two. Okay, now that's two comments from you that have nothing to do with the video. You go on, R. Kelly, to say, you're complaining about social justice warriors not being able to take a joke, but you can't take a Sarah Silverman joke about eating the fetus? Are you kidding? I can't take a joke about Sarah Silverman eating the fetus. Dude, do you even think about what you're writing? Do you even process that in your mush brain? You got this from a Republican blog. Of course, it's going to be skewed that way. I bet. How many different ways can you skew eating a fetus, man? How many different ways can you skew chopping up baby body parts and loving it? You don't need a Republican blog to tell you that there's something wrong with that. But once again, you don't see nothing wrong. And you go on to say, you got this from a Republican blog. Of course, it's going to be skewed that way. I bet you they were all just joking around. Who cares? It's a joke. Hashtag hypocritical, he says. Hashtag hypocritical. All right, first of all, you say that I'm complaining about social justice warriors not being able to take a joke. Okay, here's what you're going to do, R. Kelly, and your initials are CB. Okay, CB, so you know that I'm talking to you. I want you to do something for me. Go back and put the minute that I said anything complaining about SJWs not being able to take a joke. Please show me in the video and I will get on camera and I'll apologize to you. You show me the minute where I complain, specifically I complain about SJWs not being able to take a joke. Can you do that, R. Kelly? I'm waiting for you. Okay, there's the challenge. If you can't, then you're just talking shit. Okay, you go on to say, you got this from a Republican blog. Of course, we talked about that. And then you say, I bet they were all just joking around. Who cares? It's a joke. Okay, well, Einstein, we already acknowledged that it's a joke. I said in the fucking video that it was a joke. I just said it wasn't funny to me. Okay? So once again, your little NPC talking points are irrelevant to the video. And this would be strike three. Now, R. Kelly, CB, now you understand why you will inevitably be blocked. Because one thing I say on these videos time and time again is that I respect your view, okay? I ask that you respect mine. Calling me hypocritical is not being respectful, especially when it's wrong. Okay, all the points that you made, it's amazing. Every last word in your statements are wrong. All of them are wrong. All right? How much did you think about this before you sat down and wrote 3 comments? 3 separate comments, everything irrelevant, everything wrong. R. Kelly, you don't see nothing wrong. Come on, bruh. You can do better than that. So because you went all out of your way, now you're going to have to explain yourself. I'll give you time. Maybe you won't see this video. Like I said, I know my analytics are fucked up, so a lot of people don't get notifications. I see this. I'm working on it. So I'm going to leave your little comment, and I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to leave this video, of course, you know, as long as I think it takes for you to respond to this. And when you do, you better do it in a respectful way And I mean, I don't know what to say, bro. It's like, I just wanted to explain to you what it is. I didn't just want to block you because you were being ignorant and you were being disrespectful. I just wanted to explain to you why you were wrong. Because, dude, this is a personality flaw, okay? Analyze, understand, comprehend before you open up your mouth or set your hands to purpose, as they used to say in Spartacus, set hands to purpose. Before you do that, you might want to think about what you're doing. Okay, so I wasted enough time on you, R. Kelly. And now I'm going to go on to the point of the video, which is real quick, actually. I saw an article earlier today, and I just want to share it with you guys so you guys can know. As we get closer to the release of Star Wars Episode 9, let me see, there are a lot of people are coming up with their different titles for this. I think the one that I'm going with is Star Wars Episode 9, This Is All We Got. Okay, Star Wars Episode 9, This Is All We Got. Okay, so leading up to this, I know they're going to be pushing all of the guest stars because they're just throwing everybody in there. I like to joke that Star Wars Episode 9 is the equivalent of that old show back in the, what, 70s and 80s? The Love Boat. Soon we'll be making another run, because all they have are guest stars, washed up guest stars. Okay, so as we get closer to the release date of Star Wars Episode 9, This Is All We Got, I know they're going to be pushing the appearance of Billy D. Williams as one of the original characters, you know, but this article, according to this article, Billy D. Williams will be nothing, he won't be much more than a guest star. It won't be much more than a cameo in Episode 9, okay? It's not a major role, according to this article. So let me share it to you, for you guys, because I don't want us to be taken, those of us who still think, you know, we're going to go out and see this movie and stuff like that. I don't expect this to make or break whether you go and see it, but I just want everyone to be informed. You're not going to see the amazing, incredible swan song of Lando Calrissian, okay? According to this article, and this is in Screen Rant, and it says here, Star Wars 9, Lando Calrissian reportedly has a wee little small role, and this, he has a small what? He has a small role, okay? A small role. And it says here, this is by Chris Agar, and it goes on to say, Lando Calrissian reportedly has just a wee little small role to play in Star Wars Episode 9, after the fan favorite scoundrel wasn't even mentioned by name in either The Force Awakens or The Last Jedi. Billy D. Williams is finally reprising his iconic character for the sequel trilogy finale. Episode 9 will mark Lando's second overall cinematic appearance in the franchise's Disney era, after Don Glover portrayed a young Calrissian in last summer's Solo, or Soilo, a Soy Wars soiry. Shout out to EVS. Never gets old. As enjoyable Glover's performance, as enjoyable as, it should probably say, garbage tier, EVS, as enjoyable as Glover's performance in the spin-off was, audiences can't wait to see Williams return to the big screen. Oh gosh, I am dreading that. Billy D, please, I begged you, don't do this, man. Both The Force Awakens and Last Jedi made a series veteran, Han Solo and Luke Skywalker respectively, there was nothing respectable about it, a key supporting player in the film to bridge the young and old generations. Originally, General Leia Organa was to fill that role in Episode 9, but Carrie Fisher's passing forced, well played Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher's passing forced Lucasfilm to start over. And I have to believe somewhere in heaven, because I know she's in heaven. She's such a doll. I have to believe she's laughing at this, because I know Carrie Fisher, she might have had her problems and stuff, but she was a sharp woman. She was sharp, you know, and her wit was unparalleled. So I know somewhere she's looking at all of this and thinking, gotcha. Let me get this walking carpet out of my way. With Williams coming back, it'd be easy for fans to think Lando is going to be the one getting swept up on an adventure, but apparently that apparently is not in the cards. All right, between their writing and my reading, this is horrible. According to Making Star Wars, Lando doesn't really have a large role in the story. from the sound of things, his part in episode 9 is similar to that of Maz Kanata in the previous 2 films, in the sense that he provides the main characters with some help during a quest for a mysterious MacGuffin. Okay, they're looking for a mysterious MacGuffin. I can tell you, as fans, we've been looking for a plot device for the last 2 movies. Alright, so good luck with that, helping the new characters find the plot. Lando, I don't even think he could do that. If this information holds true, it's entirely possible Lando will only be in a single scene or brief sequence. Ooh, I'm guessing that they pull up to a space station and Lando comes out. I mean, if Disney stays true to just fucking with black characters and degrading them, I'm guessing that Lando comes out as a gas station attendant at a space stop and says, "Fill up, sir!" Yeah, and then they flip him like a coin or something like that. And he goes shuffling off, being that this is going to be like a galactic Love Boat. Maybe he can be like Isaac. For those old heads who are out there, you remember in the Love Boat when the character of Isaac comes out and he goes, yeah, that's what I think. Lando will just come out and just be like, "Welcome aboard, it's love." You young heads don't know nothing about that, the Love Boat. Okay, so it goes on. That revelation may be disappointing for some, but it makes a good deal of sense. Of course it does if you're a shill. For starters, Williams is now 81 years old, and while he's still in great physical shape, he's 81 years old, okay? There is no great physical... Well, okay, let me stop. All the 81-year-olds out there, much love to you. Keep rocking. There's obviously only so much he can realistically do at that age. So at 81 years old, they're saying there's obviously only so much he can realistically do at that age. So tell me something. What are you guys going to do with Harrison Ford with this next Indiana Jones movie? If there's only so much you can realistically do at 81. By the time they get this new Indiana Jones movie going, Harrison Ford will be in his 80s. Alright? So, you know, think about that. You know, I'll be seeing it all, man. I see the big picture, you know what I mean? This was most likely something J.J. Abrams and co-writer Chris Terrio took into consideration when penning the script, so they crafted a role that would get your ass into the movie theater thinking you're going to see a member of the original series. Oh no, it doesn't say that. This was most likely something J.J. Abrams and co-writer Chris Terrio took into consideration when penning the script, so they crafted a role that would not require Williams to perform much, if any, action. So literally, he's just going to be standing there, or maybe he's going to be on a screen or something like that. Oh, this is terrible. Additionally, Lando has always been a supporting character in the movies, so it isn't surprising that it'll hold true for Episode 9. Besides, there's nobody left who knows Lando except for Chewie. You know what I mean? There's no emotional connection. This is garbage, man. All it is another selling point. But even with the small, tiny little role that Billy D. Williams has, I bet you they'll find some way to tease this into the trailer. You know, I swear, these guys are hustlers. They're nothing more than street peddlers, and they don't deserve to be rewarded for this crap that they're doing to our Star Wars. By now, the focus of the trilogy is squarely on the likes of Rey, Kylo, Ren, Finn, and Poe Dameron. Okay, so the focus of the trilogy is squarely on the likes of Rey, Kylo, Ren, Finn, and Poe Dameron. There it is, guys. Keep that in mind, alright? You won't be going to see anything else but Rey, Kylo, Finn, and Poe Dameron. They're all part of the same family, by the way. Look, Rey, Kylo, Finn, and Poe Dameron. So, whatever. Their resolving arcs deserve a lion's share of the screen time. It's great that Lando will factor into the Episode 9 storyline somehow, but he shouldn't overshadow the leads for the sake of nostalgia. Yeah, that's the way they thought about Luke Skywalker, that's the way they thought about Han Solo, that's the way they thought about Leia. They shouldn't be in the plot for the sake of nostalgia, not even for the sake of integrity. No, just sweep them under the rug. You know, and keep the focus on these new characters that nobody gives a shit about. How's that working for you, Disney Lucasfilm? Alright guys, let me wrap this up. It's somewhat amusing that Lando will seemingly be the Maz Kanata of Episode 9. Lando is the Maz Kanata of Episode 9. Since that raises questions about how Maz herself fits into the movie, Lapita No, you must say the lovely Lupita Nyong'o was one of the confirmed returning cast members when production began back in August 2018, so it'll be interesting to see what becomes of that. Maybe Maz and Lando will show up together. Since Kanata was friends with Han, it stands reason to believe she crossed paths with Lando at some point. Okay, well, there it is, guys. That's the end of the article. Of course, as always, you will find it in the description box, should you care to regurgitate this and read it for yourself. I mean, look, guys, I just wanted to make you aware of it because, like I said, as the release date gets closer, they'll be pulling out all the stops and they'll be, like, showing you all the different reasons why you should come in and spend your money and stuff like that. But, and, you know, for everyone out there who's excited about this, I'm happy for you. I'm not trying to be a wet blanket here. As a matter of fact, I've said this in the comment section many times. I'm jealous of you because I wish the magic was still there with me. I wish I was still sharing it with my son. But I can't front, man. It's like I can't lie to you. It's gone. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry. You know, I just have to call it how I see it. I mean, these people are not doing what they should be doing with this property. And if they were, I would feel it. It's not that I'm dead inside. It's not that I'm just out of touch or whatever. They're just not reaching deep down inside of me, man. They're not hitting that spot, man. They're not getting that love button, bro. So I'm just calling it as I see it, guys. What do you think? What do you think? Lando is just going to be basically a cameo in episode 9. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section. Does it make a difference? You know, does it make you more excited? Does it make you less excited? I don't know. Share with me, as always, your opinion. I appreciate it. I respect it. All I ask is that you respect me. And of course, guys, that's it for me. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on. Man.